Hi, I'm Mia, and today I want to do something kind of summery and beachy, but like water vibes, you know? Now you may be thinking, hey, you've done a lot of kind of beachy, warm weather looks. I'm doing kind of water lagoon vibe, so it's going to be turquoise. Big brain. So yeah, this is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the Blends palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of bubble bath on a large fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start to throw that all along here very lightly. It's a nice little light kind of aqua color, so I'll start with this and obviously go deeper as I need to. And I'm just gonna, it's kind of funny. So when I started at my job, I was hired on a part-time basis, obviously. So when I started, I was doing like 20 to 25 hours a week, and then my manager left, and then it was about 21 hours a week, and then I got cut down to like 12 to 15. Thankfully that's gone back up to more like 22 to 28 lately. Yeah, I clocked out last night at 37 hours for the week. So, part-time basis, huh? And then I also thought it was going to be a good idea to be like, yeah, I can totally, you know, have only Sunday off and then go back Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, I'm not doing the Monday shift. But, on the bright side, at least my check will be nice. But at what cost? I'm actually going to take the Coastal palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics, and I'm going to take the shade Seaside on like a little kind of more fluffy dense brush, just to build a little bit of definition. I don't want something too stark and different just yet. And I am going to be dog sitting my neighbor's dog. Well, pet sitting, because they have a cat. But the cat doesn't really care for me, but I'm a strange person in her house, understandably so. But I'm going to be dog sitting the first week of July, so I'm going to have even more New York money. I mean, I'd also watch that dog for free because she's the love of my life and I'm the love of her life. We're besties. I saw her on my way home from Sephora earlier, and even though I just saw her last night, she was still ecstatic. So, I love that for me. I'm going back to the Blend Bunny palette, and I'm taking the tiniest bit of the shade 32, and I'm just gonna put that right about here. I'm gonna blend it out on the edges a little more, just because this will be covered with a shimmer, so it's okay. But yeah, so I'm very excited about dog sitting my neighbor's dog. I dog sat last year around the same time because they took a trip, and they're doing it again. I'm just a little worried time-wise because I can't remember if they said they were going on a cruise or not. But I remember last year they left, I want to say, a day or two before the 4th of July and came home like a week and a half later. And if they do that, they'll be getting home the same day that I leave for my trip. So I'm hoping it's not that long like it was last year. Cause, oops. And I'm gonna need to make sure to remember to ask to get off a little earlier than usual that week, so I have time to get to the, make sure I get home in time to feed her, and then when she's out in the yard, I'll go across the street to my house and feed my dog. Normally I would put on glitter glue, glitter primer, but I don't know where mine is. So, oh well. All of these are from Terra Cosmetics. This is in the shade Milky Way. It is my favorite shade ever. And even though it may look a little kind of purpley pink, it doesn't show that way on the lids. It's kind of greeny blue reflex, so I'm just gonna pat. See? Told you. But get the shimmers down now before going in with the deeper shadows. Oh no. I'm going to be giving Ariel a little too much today. Then on a little rounded detail brush, I'm taking a little bit of the shade Submerged and a little bit of Spellbound from the Blend Buddy palette. Thought I dug my nail into a shadow for a second. And I'm going to do like a little, not like wing, but like, you'll see. I'm going to do what I usually do. I'm just going to make it a little more pronounced and not as blended out as I usually do. Again, winged but not winged. It's funny. I was like, oh, maybe I will do a full face of makeup from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So I returned my Sephora stuff, and then I went to both TJ Maxx and Marshalls because in downtown Boston they're right next to each other. Yeah, I paid $34 for 4 items, and I went, so that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna return everything in a few days when I go back to work. Because I'm like, maybe not. I've been seeing all of these videos on TikTok of the, oh, if you're my shade twin, that means we wear the shade blah 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 for concealer and foundation. And I kind of want to do one of those, but I kind of don't want to go through the effort of it. Because it's basically just swatching a bunch of foundations. Not like full face foundations, obviously, but like still. And I'm going to very lightly blend out the edges of some of the deeper shadows. Just a little. Like, again, I don't want it to be totally blended out. I want it to be noticeable. But I just need a little more than what I have going on. Actually, I am going to try to wing this a bit. Alright, I think that looks good. This is going to be it for eyes. And I just need to find some lashes and I'll be back in a minute. I got a little sidetracked, but I'm back. I have some lashes on. Yay me. Doesn't need to be said at this point. Glow SP Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I also filmed one of those little shade twin videos that have been going around on TikTok during my lash break. Because makes sense, may as well do that when I'm not wearing foundation or anything. So I'll get to edit that too. I just did it on the camera and not my phone because I didn't want to have to switch my mic around and whatnot, so yeah. I'm bringing this with me to New York, by the way. If I'm walking around for 2 days straight in July weather, I'm bringing a fan with me. Especially because I plan to be out like most of the day, both days, so. And then, also surprise surprise, the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. I am so ready for this tube to be done. Ooh, that doesn't have as much as I thought it did. But yeah, I'm ready for this to be done. I know I say it every time I use it, but I am. Oh my god, I also got the cutest little top at TJ Maxx the other day. It's kind of linen, and I don't like linen, but it was really cute. It's kind of, I think it's like blue checkered, and then it has like lemons and oranges on it. And it's a little cropped for my liking. Like it hits just where my pants usually, are usually pulled to, because I wear high-waisted pants. So I'll buy like a tank top to wear under it, and that way it's also a button up, so it's not that awkward like little gap on my chest, so. But it was so cute. And when I went to TJ Maxx earlier today, I found the matching pants. Didn't realize they were matching pants. I did not buy said pants. I think I'll pair it with like my blue jean shorts that I have, and then I'll wear my orange scented perfumes with it. Big brain. And then I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Luminous Foundation. This is the shade 125. This was one of the foundations that I had done the shade twin thing with. So it was already out, which is why I'm using it. And I'm just gonna light hand but yeah, like it's like one of my most perfect matches, which is weird because it's not the lightest shade in the range. But that's like a perfect match. Also, I'm really hoping my bangs don't get that messed up by my headband because they looked so good earlier. Like they were perfect, and I know that's not going to last very long. And then this is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in the shade N0.5. This was one of the new shade extensions that she came out with like right before the Sephora sale. And I just haven't had the chance to like use it properly. So I'm going to go in my usual spots and then anywhere else that I kind of missed coverage wise. Ow. I picked up my skin. I have 2 open wounds. I put a lot on, and I did not mean to put that much on, but oops. I'm just going to go in with a slightly fluffier brush than I usually do. Just so it kind of like diffuses the product a little and helps it not cake up. And as I've stated before, I love a good like matte concealer with like a glowy foundation. I don't know what it is about it, it's just it works for me, man. It really, really does. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't like wearing turquoises or blues that much because they always kind of like wash me out and discolor me. Discolor, not discolor. And it's only ever on camera. Like in person I look fine, but on camera I just look off. Like I look so pasty. I know I'm pasty, but like more so than usual. But these look really good together too. And I'm gonna go in with the Persona Cosmetics Bronze Multi-Stick in the shade Mojave because she's my favorite and I love her. For half a second, the thought of, oh my god, I forgot blush went through my mind. But I put blush on after my bronzer, so I don't know. I don't know what the logic I was thinking was. But we're just gonna blend. But I ordered the gems that I'm gonna use for my birthday look. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I'm not gonna say it because I want it to be kind of a surprise. Kind of. I'll probably accidentally. I can guarantee I've either mentioned it before or I'm gonna end up mentioning it, but I got what I needed to. They're like the perfect shapes and colors too for my reference photo, so shout out me. And I'm gonna go a different route than I usually do. When I do turquoises and mints, I either go coral or berry. There's no in between. But I picked up the new Rhode Pocket Blush shade in Sprinkle, and I swatched it, and it's the kind of pink that's right up my alley. So, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna blend. Okay, I totally understand why everybody wanted this shade to be permanent or brought back, because like, this is like my perfect pink. When I want a pink blush, this is generally what I want. So, beautiful. She's a beaut. I've had this for like a month or two and I've completely forgotten about it, so oops. This is from CLIO. This is the Glass and Highlighter? Yeah. In the shade 02 Smooth Dough. And the moment I can open this, because my fingers are a little greasy. Oh, got it. I'm gonna spray my brush because this is not working for me right now. Because, you know, I wear highlight and I want it to look like highlight. So I think a wet brush will do this better, especially because my skin is a little dewy and damp. So see, that looks a little better. I'll have to give it a fight-in shot with set skin eventually, but this is good for now. Flick and blend that way. It's not so focused and like chunky looking. Again, it's not my favorite, but it works for now. I think I am actually gonna send my face because this is a little too much. I'm going in with the About Face, the Curtain Call Set in Smooth Loose Powder in the shade Bow. There's some on my finger. This is, it's not quite translucent, but it's like translucent light. But it hasn't darkened my foundation or concealers yet, so yay me. Like when they have a little bit of a tint, but this works. Last final step will be lips. I also just decluttered a bunch of my lip liners, so is this the right shade? Yeah, no, this is the right shade. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the lip liner in the shade Deep Taupe, and I'm just gonna line my lips. Wild concept. Also, I think this is the least amount of blush I've worn in a very long time, and I feel a little vulnerable right now. And I'm gonna make sure, oh, that's uneven. I'm gonna make sure to blend this out because all I'm gonna wear on top of this is a tinted lip balm, so we don't want any crazy harsh lines or edges. And that way I can kind of reshape my lip liner too, because I messed up a little. Alright, I think that's okay. And then this is from Eadem? I don't know. But this is the Chouchou Lift Softening Balm in the new shade Guava Fresca. First of all, this smells fantastic. Amazing. 10 out of 10. I need a perfume that smells like this. Like, this is my ideal summer perfume. But it's tinted pink, so I'm gonna it's funny because even though it was showing up as in stock on my Sephora wish list, but whenever I tried to check out with it in my basket, it was out of stock, and I wasn't playing those games, so I ended up ordering it on TikTok Shop. And like, I have the clear shade, I use that before bed like every night, but this, she's fantastic. This color is so good. I'm gonna put a little more blush on. I'm at least gonna attempt to because I did set my face, but the lips and the cheeks aren't really. Tell me why this looks fantastic over powder, actually. Like, I didn't use a lot of powder, but like, it was still set. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, it's time for me to find out what my headband did to my beautiful, perfectly shaped bangs. But I will see you in a second. Alright, I'm back. Thankfully, it didn't get that weird, like, little dip that my bangs sometimes get with the headband. But this is the finished look. This blush looks so good. I'm not gonna lie to you. This color is like everything that I need and want in a pink blush. And loving the eyes. The little smudgy eyeliner didn't work as well as I planned because obviously I wear slightly bigger lashes, but that's because my natural lashes are minuscule and you can't see them even with mascara on camera, so I only have so many options here. But this looks pretty good. Also, I'm gonna be so honest, I'm thinking of pre-filming my pack my bags with me to New York, like my makeup and my skincare bag, just because now with the addition of dog sitting, I don't know how much extra time I'll have, and that way I'll just have it. So, say lovey. I'm also gonna start filming Pride looks next week, I think, so I can get ahead a little. And I don't want to hear one word about me recording Pride looks if you're gonna be a hateful person about it. You can just leave. That's all I have to say now. I'm gonna preface my June videos with this. If you want to complain about Pride, you can go complain somewhere else. But yeah.